DNA Forensics, an overview of evidence, law, and procedures. Introduction. DNA forensics combines biology and legal processes to solve crimes using genetic material. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, harbors the genetic blueprint unique to each person, except identical twins. ये विधि अपराध स्थान पर पाए गए डीएनए को अपराधी के डीएनए से मिलाकर अपराधी की पहचान करने में मदद करती है. This technique has revolutionized forensic science, especially in cases of murder, rape, and missing persons, by allowing precise identification. Our DNA collection and analysis. In a criminal investigation, DNA collection must follow strict protocols to ensure accuracy. Crime scenes are carefully examined for DNA-bearing materials like blood, hair, saliva, or skin cells. Sample collection must be handled with care to avoid contamination. नतीजे गलत आ सकते हैं. Once collected, DNA is analyzed in labs using methods like polymerase chain reaction (PCR) and short tandem repeat (STR) analysis. ये तकनीकें डीएनए के खास हिस्सों की कॉपी बनाकर उनकी तुलना करती हैं. Chain of custody. One essential aspect of DNA evidence is the chain of custody. इसका मतलब है कि जो DNA sample लिया गया है, वो हर कदम पर record किया गया है ताकि कोई गड़बड़ी न हो. This process ensures that the DNA sample remains untampered from the crime scene to the laboratory and ultimately to the court. Any break in the chain could result in the evidence being inadmissible in court. DNA databases. Many countries, including India, maintain DNA databases that store profiles of known criminals and unidentified samples from crime scenes. The Indian DNA database, proposed under the DNA Technology Use and Application Regulation Bill 2019, aims to streamline criminal investigations by allowing police to match DNA from crime scenes with profiles in the database. However, इस कानून को लेकर गोपनीयता और डेटा सुरक्षा पर चिंताएं भी हैं. Legal standards for DNA evidence in India. In India, DNA evidence has been admissible in court, but its use depends on adherence to legal protocols. The Indian Evidence Act, 1872, permits the use of scientific techniques in trials. Indian courts, like the Supreme Court, have upheld DNA's admissibility in several cases, but have cautioned that misuse of such evidence could infringe on individual rights. For instance, अगर DNA टेस्ट में प्राइवेसी के सिद्धांत का उल्लंघन हो, तो उसे चुनौती दी जा सकती है. Key legal cases in DNA evidence in India. Some landmark cases include Nandlal Wasan v. State and Surendra Kohli v. State of UP, where DNA evidence played a critical role. In both cases, DNA matching provided compelling proof, leading to convictions. Courts have consistently emphasized that while DNA is strong evidence, it should always be corroborated with other forms of evidence to avoid wrongful convictions. Controversies and challenges. DNA forensic evidence is not without controversy. DNA data की सुरक्षा और privacy की चिंता एक अहम मुद्दा है, especially as DNA samples may reveal personal genetic information unrelated to the case. Unauthorized access to DNA data could lead to misuse or worse, wrongful convictions. Another challenge is the risk of contamination, either during collection or processing, which could lead to inaccurate results. International perspectives. Globally, countries have developed different regulations around DNA evidence. In the United States, the Daubert standard governs admissibility, ensuring that the scientific basis of DNA evidence is reliable and relevant. In the UK, the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, PACE, outlines strict guidelines for DNA evidence use, protecting individual rights while enhancing law enforcement capabilities. Future of DNA forensics. With advancements like rapid DNA testing, forensic DNA is becoming faster and more accurate. नई तकनीकें जांच प्रक्रिया को आसान और तेज बना रही हैं, जिससे पुलिस को तुरंत नतीजे मिलते हैं. Future developments may even allow for full genetic sequencing at crime scenes, providing investigators with more detailed insights. Conclusion. DNA forensic science is a powerful tool in criminal law, balancing the quest for justice with the need to protect individual rights. सही प्रक्रिया और कानून के आधार पर डीएनए साक्षी अपराधियों को सजा दिलाने में बहुत मददगार साबित हो सकता है. However, its use must be regulated to avoid potential misuse. DNA evidence promises an exciting future for forensic science, but it must be handled responsibly to ensure that justice is served without compromising ethical standards.